What's going on, guys? It's Alex Flava back here again for a brand new video, and I'm joined today with my two buddies, Bobby and Bennett. And we're going to be showing you guys Bobby's entire Blu-ray collection. Bobby was in the Black Friday Blu-ray hunting video of 2018 flashback. Tonight I'm going to be Black Friday shopping with my buddy Malachi.
Hey. My name's Bobby and I'm a large black man.
Be honest, was it me who inspired you to get into collecting?
You and Malachi had a good collection at the time. Yeah, I met you and I saw that you were very passionate about making videos and stuff like that, because I had never even knew who you were and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool that kid does that.
From what I see, it seems like you got a really good taste in movies.
I will say this, I've known Bobby 7 years. One thing I can say, you do have a good taste in movies.
Bennett, your fried chicken was really good.
I really appreciate that.
Fried chicken is
And if I ever had made fried chicken in my life, I bet I would appreciate it even more.
Bennett was in quite a few videos a while back. Haven't been on the channel for a while.
But it feels good to be back. And I'm kind of just here for no other purpose other than to, appreciate Bobby's collection here.
Exactly.
So I'll do exactly that.
Bennett wasn't, of course, freaking eating food. That's the main thing about you, Bennett. I love it. Are you serious?
I'm ready to go get some food. They got fruity snacks.
Oh my, Bennett, you don't need any more food.
Food first though. Can we go get food?
How's your night going?
It'll be better once I get food. Let's go get food.
You just had 2 meals in a row!
I need food.
This is your third meal in less than 2 hours.
I'm hungry, dude.
What would you say is your favorite genre?
Probably action and comedy. I like dramas too. I need to get up on my horror collection. I only have probably 10 movies that I consider actually horror movies.
So are we going through every single one of these movies?
Yes, that's the plan.
Do you know about this?
Bennett's looking oh, I didn't know that. We gotta talk a little bit about T2. Actually, we literally don't, because it's, it's T2. Everyone knows it's good. One of my favorite movies. Even if you're not a fan of action movies, you definitely gotta see the first 2. It's one of my favorite stories, in cinema. And then, Dark Fate came along and, anally raped it and, murdered it and, threw it into a ditch.
They smoked my ass.
Yeah,
they did, right? That was the role.
Dude, shout out to the kid, the child friend of John Connor. Hey, do you know this kid? And he was so just clear as day, just nah, man, I don't know who that is. And just walks away, goes right up to John. He's like, bro, this dude's looking for you. That is a bro right there, dude.
I wish that kid was in the movie more.
I know, dude. And then he's like, hey, man, I love that part too, where he's like, hey, man, I think I see the kid you're looking for. He just pushes him out of the fucking way. He's like, eh. That cop, bro, I remember one of the first times I saw T2, I was younger, and when he would run, bro, it would creep me out, dude, how fast he was. Yeah, I was like, dude.
If you are to watch this movie and you've never seen it, do not watch the theatrical version. The extended version, it's the movie, you know what I mean? You get the freaking smile scene.
How's Wolfie?
Classic.
Dude, I love that scene too. That is very clear. It's just oh shit, these fucking Terminators aren't stupid and shit.
Yes, exactly. And then
he was that's critical thinking right there. And he's just your parents are dead. That's what I love. He just hangs up and he just knows instantly.
There's a lot of great movies that are talked about a lot that, I always roll my eyes oh, I'm sick of, people talking about that. It's we all know it's great. And T2 is one of those movies, but it's I don't ever get sick of hearing people talk about it. And it's a movie that I never stop talking about because it's so good. And
bro, it's one of those movies I could probably watch T2 once a week and I would be fine with that if I had to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a movie with everything.
Yeah, I could totally I just could never get old of that. Obviously, I've seen it 1,000 times, but it's a very good flick. I hated T3. Fucking that was stupid,
I like
bro.
it.
The only scene I love in T3, John Connor, he has him in the coffin and he's got the Gatling gun, bro, and that motherfucker's using it one-handed, bro.
And that was clever that he had him inside of the...
That was cool.
Yeah.
But I hated that it wasn't the original John Connor.
Fun fact about that, Furlong was supposed to do that.
You went for 3 too?
I was supposed to do that, but then kind of overdosed.
Good for him for getting clean though, dude, or at least getting his life back together.
Exactly, but
that'd have been badass to see him in T3.
I didn't know that at the time, otherwise I wouldn't have offered to try to smoke. with him.
Mid-90s. I'm a huge fan of A24.
Jonah Hill for being his first
directorial
debut. I like mid-90s, bro. It was a really good movie.
It's not very climactic.
It's not climactic at all, but it has a good like purpose and shit. Like it has meaning behind it and everything. You get to like dwell into the mind of like this little kid that's like really figuring himself out and stuff like that.
Paul Flores said that he didn't like it for some reason.
What? Tell Paul he's tripping, dude. That's a fucking good ass movie.
Alright.
This is Paul Flores. Please leave a message.
Paul, it's Bobby, bro. I just wanted to let you know. We're filming a video right now, and Alex told me that you said mid-90s sucks, or you're not a fan of it. I think you're tripping balls, dude. I was about to say sucking balls. I don't want to say that to him. But no, dude, that's fucking, I don't know. You should rewatch it again, man, because I think you're tripping.
Bennett, are you alright, bro?
Alright, I'm done.
It's the Toy Story trilogy. You know, they're damn near perfect movies. If you guys go to my Instagram, you can see Dirty Dale do a brilliant version of You Got a Friend in Me. He played it on the guitar. Fun fact, Dirty Dale is actually Bobby's cousin. I just figured that out earlier. And
Who the fuck is Dirty Dale?
what's it like being cousins with freaking Dirty Dale?
Oh, okay, yeah, no, when it's fun to be around him and stuff, but man, it's just like anything he says, like, it's just taken so serious because you don't know if he's being serious or not with just how fucking the tone of his voice. It's just scary sometimes when you talk to him. It's almost like you feel challenged to sit by him because, like, it's just like a competition of, like, I don't know, like, your manlyhood is just, like, challenged when you're around Dirty Dale. It's fucking scary.
Dirty Dale doesn't fuck around.
Dirty Dale does not fuck around. I love Toy Story 1. That's such a classic, bro.
It's kind of weird because it's the best Pixar movie, but the worst, like, animation because it was, like, the first one. American History X. Hey! What the fuck's the matter with you?
What the fuck, Dare?
The funniest part of it is when you keep shoving him into the thing, and he's like, alright, stop. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Oh, yeah! Who do you think you are? Dan, relax. Who do you think you are? I got into that. I was really into that shit. I was like, what? I get to beat up Ed Norton?
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you, Dare?
Fucking, yeah. Hey, come on!
Just loud as shit at like 2 in the morning at like Venice Beach. It's like, why would you be doing this?
Hey, come on! Shut up.
You were talking to him like it was a funny thing when really it's like a serious scene, and so you were really kind of making fun of him.
He dove right into it just the way he should have. The extent of how many times he pushed him into the garage door was the part that was funny.
It was.
It was good acting, though.
Say that again.
Was it?
So what?
And say that again because I was talking over you.
What'd you do?
You said what was what?
Oh, well, so it's
I'm talking about baby was no, I'm cheating.
Who's the little blonde shorty you be hanging out with all the time? Was she like the girl you were always like hanging out with for a while?
She's cute, isn't she?
You better fuck him, and I'm gonna fucking and I'm gonna put my pussy. Dude, I look.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I kind of want to keep that in, but at the same time, it's like, if she were to see it, White Men Can't Jump.
I've seen plenty of white men jump.
Fast and Furious 1 and Tokyo Drift.
You see like Han and he's like, yeah, I'm about to go down to Tokyo and do some things down there. I heard they're doing some crazy shit up there. And you're like, oh shit, like, so this is like...
Before.
Yeah, like now you put the pieces together. I like Tokyo Drift. I know it's like a lot different. I really did like that movie.
You didn't like it, you hated it?
I hated it.
Okay.
The original Fast and the Furious though, dude, like that's like my love of Honda Civics came from
Right,
that.
okay. So you don't like them and shit?
Yeah, they're fucking pieces of shit. Don't you love it when me and Bennett are together, dude?
Stand By Me, another one of my favorite movies.
It is very wholesome and teaches you like a lesson about like friendship and shit like that, dude. It has like good meaning behind like the story. You're looking through Gordy when he's older and you know he's telling the story on it. I love that, dude, at the end, like when he's like, come on, Dad, like can we go to the fucking beach now?
I love how at the very beginning, amazing. Like, he sees those two kids, the random kids, cruise right by him on their bikes, and he looks at them.
It gives you that sense where he's like, man, you can see he really is like reminiscing about his childhood or something like that.
You really see it in his face.
A good depiction of like, you know, when you were younger and you had friends and you didn't understand the severity necessarily of the memories you were making. You realize kind of like things you learned and the impacts that some things had on you, you know, when you're younger.
One of my favorite scenes in that movie, dude, is like when River breaks down, dude, and tells Gordy like he knows he's like a fucking loser and that he's nothing better than like the rest of his family. Gordy's just like trying to tell him, he's like, no, dude, like you can take the smart classes like I take, like nothing's fucking stopping you. And then he grows up and like becomes a lawyer or whatever, and then like gets stabbed. Like that's like the irony of it. Like that sucks,
dude. I'm surprised you have this one.
Dude, that's
Burn
such a to me, that's such a cult movie, dude. Like,
yeah,
Brad Pitt, his like dumbass dance he does, bro, and like just how stupid he is in the movie. I remember me and Mac watched it for the first time and saw that, and we both fucking lost it, dude. For like 20 minutes straight, could not hold our shit together. I need my protein shake, and just like he's just so stupid, and you're just like, dude, you never see Brad Pitt like do an acting role like that. Exactly. I loved it, dude.
Me too. Like, this is actually one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies, and like, it's just so funny. Brad Pitt really pulled off stupid so well.
He did, bro.
Gone Girl.
Oh, it's a really good story to show you, though. It's also good to show you like the female side of like how girls can literally go crazy like that. And I'm not saying girls are crazy, but like some girl can pull off exactly what Rosamund Pike did in that, and that's scary what she did, bro. Like, if you think about it, if she would have done that correct how she did, like he would have went to like prison for life and everything for not doing a damn thing.
One of my favorites of the past 10 years.
Oh yeah,
I've talked about it a whole bunch. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Shout out to John Goodman for he does such a good role in this movie for being like a comedy guy, what I'm used to seeing him as.
He was kind of funny in this too.
He had that more serious tone to him and shit, like how he was so persistent. It's like, no, you're not leaving my like house.
Yes, and like the vibe to this movie was so unpredictable. I love how it was like multiple different genres, you know. It was like, you
suspense,
know, suspense, thriller at one point, sci-fi, like hardcore sci-fi at one point, and then, you know, comedy and drama at certain parts.
Probably action too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actiony, yeah. And I love the tagline to this movie. Monsters come in many forms.
You know what I did not like about that movie?
What?
How, she's like, she decides to go and like help the other people. Like, I just went through this, like, why the fuck would I endanger myself again?
Okay.
That part, like, I didn't like.
I think what they were trying to say is that, like, she said, like, early in the movie that she runs from everything, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, and that's what she's like.
And so everything, you know, throughout the movie helped her build her confidence or whatever with, like, overcoming things, you know, in that way. And there's literally a sign that literally basically says you could run or you could not run and go this direction. Yeah. And then she decides to go that way. And so it's like...
I guess I didn't really think about it from that deeper perspective, but that is good, I guess. But I still would just be like, man, I don't want to fucking die.
And the slipcover sucks. It is a good arc for her, but at the same time, realistically... It's a fucking alien invasion. I was so disappointed when the Cloverfield Paradox sucked. Like, the first one I thought was pretty good, but this one was just amazing. Like, it's really the kind of movie that I like. Superbad, one of my favorite comedies.
Seth was supposed to play Seth in the movie, but like by the time they started shooting Superbad, he had already like aged out of like a high schooler. So like they're like, fuck it, like I'm gonna put myself in as like a cop in this movie. It's supposed to be Seth and then his friend Evan Goldberg, and the real Evan Goldberg never had like desire to act, so it was always just gonna find an actor for him, and then Seth was gonna play himself. But yeah, like they didn't. By the time they got rolling, he's like, shit, man, it was 2007. I was like fucking 30 something. Like he's just like, I couldn't play it.
I feel like a lot of their movies take a while to get made because they've been trying to make Sausage Party for 10 years, then they finally made it.
Oh, even with that, they thought they got beat by American Pie. They were pissed. Like they said back in high school when they did that, and they're like, dude, American Pie came out in like '99. He's like, we thought we were like fucking ruined. Like the kid just wants to get pussy so bad. It's like willing to do whatever you can to do it.
There's a really funny interview on YouTube of this guy interviewing Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. This guy being the biggest piece of shit. Limitless, I really like the use of color grading in this one.
I like the plot of it. Like, obviously, it's like that would never happen in real life. It's cool to see what that would be like if you could take a pill that, like, enhanced your IQ by that much and just, like, made you, like, a literal genius.
It which is, you know, Paul's, like, literally his favorite movie ever. He's just biased because he grew up with the damn thing.
I like the Stephen King It more than, like, the new one. To me, 80s horror movies are just very eerie. The music is ominous. I think that clown looks creepier, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I like the story of this one better, dude. I like the child acting better.
We met the whole fucking cast.
Yeah, well, it's sort of. We were just making fun of him the whole time, and I wish I would have, like, talked to him more.
They were, like, right there.
When Georgie and the fat kid were fighting, like, I was like, hey, your arm grew back. And the fat kid looked at me, he's like, yeah, I know. A part that I didn't get on camera, Malachi drunk so much alcohol before we went.
Oh my god, dude.
And he was trashed the whole time. And we were just like chilling right next to this restaurant. These kids walked by and I looked at them, I think, dang, these kids look familiar. And then I realized, and it hit me, I think, oh my god, like these are the It kids.
I thought you guys were joking.
All the kids walked right past us, and then Malachi was drunk and he was looking at him, and then he was like, hey, I saw you kids in It. Great job, kids. They're just all looking at him like, get away from me before I like tell my bodyguard to punch you. 16 Candles.
The pop art edition.
Blood Diamond. Next up we have one of my favorite movies, Misery.
Check out the book too. If you haven't read the book. The book is awesome.
I actually read the book.
I really like the
in
book.
school.
I like James Caan. He's a really good actor. They were surprised that they even got him to do this role. He wants to move. He doesn't want to take a role where like if he was to sit down pretty much like, you know, 95% of the movie. It took some like convincing, but then he finally like read the script and was just like, all right, I gotta do this. Like it's good. Shout out to James Caan for going through with that, man. No. It's the Lethal Injection, dude. All right, where is the Lethal Injection series?
Did you really just call Lethal Weapon Lethal? Everything Must Go?
Very good Will Ferrell movie. Very underrated movie, actually. Not too many people like that I know actually have seen this movie, which I don't know why.
Yeah, I have it, so I'll watch it. I have like most of your movies. Okay.
I just love the concept of that movie. It's so cool. Like, he just like gets kicked out of his house pretty much and like is living on his front yard. And he's like a drunk too, so it's like funny to see.
One of my favorite comedies, Office Space, Dazed and Confused. This is like Linklater's most popular movie. It's personally like not my favorite one. Like I like Boyhood, Before Trilogy, and Waking Life like more than this, honestly. But it's still a great movie and a classic, and I get why, you know, everybody loves it so much. And
I'd agree with you though on Boyhood is probably a better movie than this.
Really, everyone else would disagree. Like nowadays, people say that Boyhood's just straight up crap.
I wouldn't say my favorite stoner movie, but it would be like in my top 3.
Right when he said stoner movie. This is one of my favorite movies ever. The Breakfast Club.
He had that focus on like teenage high school movies, that like coming of age movies. He's like the man when it comes to showing that like in cinema. There's nothing I can like pick about that I don't like about those movies. Like some movies you like, but there's certain things about it you're like, I wish they would have done that better or whatever.
One thing I just remembered from this, like it's so cheesy when Emilio screams and the glass breaks.
That's
like,
stupid, bro. Dude, that's not gonna break the glass. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Big glass like window panels not gonna just fucking shatter like from a dude just screaming like, oh, like that's not gonna happen.
Hoop Dreams.
When I was in high school, I had already seen the movie, and she was like, there's gonna be a paper you gotta do after. And so like she gave us the paper and we could do it while we watched the movie. I finished that bitch in like 2 minutes and just like fucking was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this movie and chill.
Do the Right Thing.
It's not my favorite Spike Lee movie. I like Crooklyn more than that.
The Silence of the Lambs. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Law Abiding Citizen.
She just shows you what can happen if you take somebody who is very smart and resourceful and piss them off.
Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Producer's Cut's better. Slightly, not really.
I like that it has Paul Rudd in it. Like you start to finally see like little Tommy Doyle or whatever his name is like growing up, and it's Paul Rudd that they choose to play him. I like the fourth. I like the third, and it's weird because a lot of people hate the third. Like, yes, it sucks there's no Michael Myers, but it's still just like very weird and creepy.
It should really just be called Season of the Witch.
Exactly. It shouldn't be Halloween. Yeah, I feel you on that. Halloween's one of those movies I can't watch that by myself.
Next up, Barbed Wire. What is this? Starring Pamela Anderson.
I guess it's like just like a funny movie that like Pamela Anderson was in the 90s. I saw that and it was like $3 and I was like, I gotta get it. Like, fuck it, why not?
Try borrow this.
Fucking weirdo.
Patriots Day. Furious 7. The Cabin in the Woods. Must watch for all horror fans.
The stoner that's in that movie, dude. The guy at the end that like wants
He's
to get
literally Bennett.
higher. I love it, dude. He's funny.
Let's Be Cops. Friends with Benefits.
Juice, if I had to categorize and say like if you had to pick like top 5 like hood movies, I would put Juice in like the top 3. It'd probably be like Boys in the Hood, Juice, and probably Menace to Society. Shows like the struggle of like inner city kids, but it also shows like the bond and like friendship aspect too.
Next up we got Horrible Bosses 2. I heard this one was pretty horrible. Wall Street Money Never Sleeps. I never saw the sequel.
Not too bad. I like it.
Split, really good flick. I love the way this was shot. I feel like this is like filmed with like a different kind of camera that looks like way more clear and way better. I don't know. Shyamalan watched It Follows and then he immediately got the cinematographer from that. American Gangster, Knocked Up. Space Jam, one of my favorite childhood flicks. I grew up with it, dude. You cannot go wrong with it.
Like, do you have any wine?
Wine? I don't drink wine.
Step Brothers, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Good old fashioned like family comedy.
One of my favorite comedies ever. The Hangover. I still love it. A lot of people think it's overrated. Jaws. You know it's good. One of the best movies ever.
Steven Spielberg, shout out.
Her, one of the best films of the decade, in my opinion. Everything about this movie is just so original. Some of the best color grading I think I've ever seen in a movie. Wedding Crashers, I've never seen it.
What?
War Dogs.
I love Jonah Hill's laugh in that movie where he's like, ah!
Another must-watch movie if
One of
you
my top
are
5.
a film enthusiast. Pulp Fiction.
Classic.
Right Along. Superfly. Jackie Brown. It's my second least favorite Tarantino movie. There was a lot of people who are into Tarantino who, look at certain movies like better than others. Some people are like, oh, Inglourious Basterds is the best. No, Pulp Fiction is the best. Oh, no, Django's the best. You know, it's like there's a lot of people who like a lot of his other movies more than others. Jackie Brown, I don't know, just didn't click with me. I know I'll have to rewatch it again.
I love it, dude. I'm sorry. It's when people say like, oh, Kill Bill's the best one. I'm like, you're fucking on crack, dude, if you think Kill Bill's the best Tarantino. By far, my favorite Tarantino movie is Reservoir Dogs, and then number 2 would be Jackie Brown, and then Pulp Fiction.
We might as well have Reservoir Dogs right now. My second favorite Tarantino. I really like this flick.
So much good acting in that movie, dude.
Yes. Tropic Thunder. The Karate Kid. All Eyes on Me.
The dude that plays him, he looks exactly like spot on like Tupac.
Next up, Me in About 17 Years.
It's funny because like Steve Carell never has went and done a movie like that again. Like something so dirty, and like he like was very opposed to it. I think he did a great job in like that role that he was
very
given.
lighthearted movies get stoned to it.
The Scream Factory of The People Under the Stairs.
Dude, Wes Craven, man. It didn't really scare me, but it was so suspenseful when the girl shows like how the house like actually is and shit, and how the parents are like creepy.
Season 1 and 2 of Better Call Saul.
You know what's cool too? Look at that. It comes with a vinyl, bro.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The Karate Kid, the
OG
original.
original.
One of my favorite movies. 50 Shades of Grey.
Got that just because watched it with my girlfriend at the time. It's one of those movies where girls are like, it's like their ultimate fantasy for them to have like the richest fucking motherfucker in America, and it's just like, it's funny to me because it's just like girls like want that so bad, but it's like it's not gonna happen. But I don't know, like the acting is really good. I like Dakota Johnson too. I think she's like really hot. It's good to see her get fucking railed and shit.
Hoosiers, Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight is, in my opinion, a must-own for any film enthusiast. It's one of the best Blu-rays. In my opinion, Joaquin Phoenix wasn't better than Heath Ledger, but I think they're like on the same level in terms of like great performance. The Dark Knight Rises. If, Heath Ledger was still alive, then this movie would have been so much better. The Matrix, Two Guns.
I don't know, I don't like the plot of it. It's just kind of like cheesy in Hollywood.
Training Day.
The OG Predator will always be my favorite Predator. The Dylan handshake in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the best meme, dude.
Bobby, you son of a bitch.
Fucking good to see you.
That's my boy. Sausage Party, there's parts that I like about it. It's okay, I feel like. I feel like a lot of people have the same opinion on it. Like, they either say it sucks or it's okay. Happy Death Day, alright movie. I remember enjoying it when I saw it in the theater, but I liked Freaky way more. The Internship.
It's cool that you get to see like the Google headquarters and shit, but I mean, as far as like a blockbuster movie, it's nothing like special or anything.
The Sandlot. Major League Brothers.
I actually like this movie, bro. Tobey Maguire played a really good dude that has PTSD like very bad.
I heard he was like embarrassingly bad in this one.
For real? And that's the thing. I feel like people say he was bad. A lot of his scenes are cringy because you got to think though. He just came back from being like fucking tortured by like ISIS members, and like he was lucky enough to be found and like brought back. So it's like he's going through horrible like PTSD, and you have to keep that in the back of your head that like that's why he's acting so awkward right now. Because yeah, some of the scenes in that movie, dude, are very cringy. You're like, God, I don't like this. And then you remember, you're like, well, he is fucked up. It's a fucked up movie, dude, but it's really good. The fact that they're brothers and like she moves on to like his brother after.
You want
like,
to crack my bacon sheet real quick, baby?
I'll do that
after this. Running Scared, straight out of Compton.
You know how sometimes when like they try to depict like something like that, you're like, man, they better do a good job or else like you feel like they didn't fully capture it.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie was really good at capturing NWA, dude.
Escape from Alcatraz.
That's like one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies.
The Amazing Spider-Man. It's really disappointing kind of that they have Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in the Multiverse of Madness, but whatever, I'll live with it. In my opinion, the best horror film ever made. Psycho 2 is surprisingly decent.
He had to find the perfect like substance to have like the blood running down the sink. He had to shoot that shot like over like 200 times until he's like, no, I want it to look like this going down the sink. I love the car scene in there, dude. When he's trying to drown the car, dude, it's just like the car's not gonna drown, and then out of nowhere, like it starts to sink finally, and he's just like sitting there the whole time, just like, what do I do? And you're just like, what the fuck?
Boys in the Hood.
One of my top 3 favorite movies. Favorite director, John Singleton. This was literally like a college assignment that he had to do, was write a script for a movie, and he would get his filming degree or something like that. And he wrote this for his teacher, bro, and like I forgot whoever picked it up, and like they gave him the money to shoot it.
Next up, The Water Boy.
A lot of my movies I got on Amazon for like $5 or under, bro.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Glorious Bastards, American Reunion.
It's not like, it ain't like the other American Pies, but it's funny, I guess.
Notorious, the director's cut. Too Fast, Too Furious. I heard this one's not very good.
I like that one just because it was directed by
John Singleton.
Yeah, John Singleton.
Scarface.
That's the American dream right there. We got the good old Back to the Future.
I talked about these movies a million times. Like, the first one is my favorite movie ever. To me, it's the Citizen Kane of all movies. It's damn near flawless.
I can honestly say I've only seen like maybe a little bit of the third, and I hate the third.
Why does nobody like it?
Because
yeah,
it's like
the worst one.
Nobody wants to go. I feel like nobody wants to see old time like shit like that, like old Western shit. I don't know. Like I'm not dissing on Westerns or anything, but like the first one was cool because it's just like you've never seen a movie like that. Like, oh shit, this kid's going back to time or whatever. And then in the second one, when he goes to the future, and it's actually kind of cool, but it's like a little bit longer and dragged on.
Yeah,
in the
like,
second one, that's the only thing I don't like about the second one is it's kind of, I feel like it's dragging on. You have to really watch it. And then the third one, bro, yeah, I just did not like it. I literally was like, I'm not watching this.
It's kind of annoying to me that a lot of people don't like it. It's my favorite trilogy ever. There's a really good documentary about the series called Back in Time, I think. Gentlemen, it's been fantastic, you know, getting back together with you guys and hanging out for the first time in a while. Guess how long this thing's been filming for?
How long?
2 hours.
Holy shit.
You said a lot of interesting stuff, I feel like. As for Bennett, you kind of just didn't, you know, do anything the whole time except, like, stare at the wall.
I was here.
It's all that matters.
You know what? That is all that matters and all that counts. I appreciate you, buddy.
That's always okay.
You guys can follow me at Snapchat if you want. It's like Bobby.Ferguson. And my Instagram is shy_city23.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Labonymous, and add me on Snapchat at Label with 5 A's. Okay. What the fuck?
I need to see what brand this cherry's.
Say bye, Bobby.
Take it easy, guys. Hope you liked my Blu-ray collection. Let me know which one's your favorite. And you better, or else I'll get pissed.
Bennett, are you serious, bro? You're stealing popsicles without us, you know, looking. And, like, you're trying to be sneaky, shoving popsicles in his pocket, in your pocket from his freezer. What the... Huh?
It's pretty fucked up. I know, yeah, dude. What can you do?
Thank you guys for tuning in, and also remember, Dalton Euler's a piece of shit. Oh. Isn't that right, Bobby?
That is very true.